Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 40th edition of LM's Weekly Wrap, our weekly program to cover all the developments relating to the markets. This was a relatively inconsequential week or a boring week from the market point of view, but no dearth of action as far as the side counters were concerned. This week started off with the results season reactions to the early results which are announced during the previous week. We had the results of TCS, Infosys, and HDFC Bank. The Infosys results were a howler and they've disappointed the markets, and we've seen consistent pressure in the IT stocks ever since. And there have been a few companies which have declared their numbers where there has been positive reaction, but the overall reaction to the results has been that of being a dampener. So this is one factor. Not many global cues to track also, but plenty of action in the side counters. No dearth of action in the side counters. So with me is Jash Shah, and welcome Jash.
Thank you, sir.
And he's going to brief us about the international markets as well as the domestic markets and his views regarding the same, which will be followed by the sectoral outlook from my side. Jash, kindly take us ahead.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
As sir very rightly said that there was not a lot of news or anything in the international markets. We will straight away dive into the domestic markets. As I said last week, Nifty we saw 8 consecutive trading sessions going up. Investors were very happy as well as the traders. But this week it has been very boring. We are seeing downside, but it is holding up to a very important trend line. And as long as it is above that, I'm not very worried about the Nifty correcting more than maybe about 2-3% more. But if it breaks that, then yeah, I think we should start exiting the positions. But apart from that, I think this every opportunity is buy right now. But also when you get about 20% return, you should book some kind of profits, about 20% of your investment. That being said, the market has been sideways. We feel another 4 months or 5 months it would be range bound. I don't see any strong up move or down move, but I think we just need to wait and watch over here. We've covered about the RBI not increasing the rates and taking a pause, which was cheered by the market and which will be following. But one very important part which I would like to highlight is the heat wave. So as we had mentioned in our previous videos that the Rabi sowing has been very good, so that would ease the inflation down. But if there is a heat wave, the temperature soaring about 40-42 degrees, that might impact the agricultural output in the end. So we need to wait and watch. We need to see how long the heat wave is going to remain. On the western side, at least, the forecast is saying that the heat wave will ease up by this weekend or the next. So if it doesn't last very long, I think there's nothing to worry about. But if it does, then we need to watch out for our inflation. So that inflationary pressure still looms around us, and we should wait and watch what will happen over there. And for the sectoral outlook and the earnings outlook, I would hand over to Nirav, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Josh. So we start off with the IT sector. The IT sector earnings clearly have disappointed. Infosys being a big dampener. TCS results were also poor. A remarkable aspect of both these results was that the net employee addition was quite poor in the fourth quarter. That is giving us an indication that all is not well. While the IT companies maintain that the demand outlook continues to be very, very resilient. We've seen TCS make comments that the UK market has actually shown an improvement. TCS is attempting to make a comeback. Infosys has been under tremendous pressure. We've seen downgrades happening across the board as far as Tech Mahindra is concerned, and I think HCL Technology also slightly disappointing in terms of results. So overall, the result scenario has been bad. Today also we are seeing JP Morgan having done a couple of downgrades, and stocks are under pressure. So overall, IT sector, I think the next couple of quarters are going to be very, very challenging. A lot of headwinds on account of the global factors as well as the domestic factors. So that is one fact which we need to take into account. The second is banking sector. Banking sector, we are seeing the markets wait for the results, while HDFC Bank still not re-rated. It is quite some time away before the stock gets re-rated. But the market will look forward to ICICI Bank results, which are expected tomorrow. Today we have the results of Reliance Industries, so two big giants, Reliance Industries and ICICI Bank, to declare the numbers. Reliance is likely to be a slight disappointment as far as the results are concerned, because there's been no major movement in the oil prices during the quarter. Of late, we've seen a hike in the prices, but I think the petchem business is largely dependent on the movements in the crude oil prices. So I think Reliance would be a bit of a dampener, and I think it's being reflected in the number, the way the stock is behaving today. ICICI Bank would be more on expected lines. In capital goods space, I think we've got good movement from Thermax and Cummins in trade yesterday. Siemens also doing well in trade because of winning certain orders for the railways. Railway focused stocks have done very well on account of the strong performance of railways during the year and the impending capex which is going to happen. We've seen RVNL, we've seen Aircon, we've seen Railtel do very well in trade, and our LM weekender stocks, which we have identified at a very early stage, that is Titagar Wagons and Ramakrishna Forgings, overall have given more than 100% returns from the time we recommended these stocks. So railway continues to do very well, and certain theme stocks which we have identified, Titagar Wagons, as I said, RK Forge, RVNL, they've done quite well. Action Construction Equipment has done quite well in trade. Wonderla Holidays, which was our weekender stock, has hit a 52-week high yesterday before retracing again towards lower levels. So these stocks definitely remain good story to invest. Prism Johnson, which was our weekender stock, ruling quite strong at 123, and this is an integrated materials company which we need to take into account. Also, we have Dollar Industries, which is a hosiery stock. Recently, what we have added is also doing quite well in trade. Apart from this, I think the FMCG sector continues to rule well. We have cement, where we are seeing divergent trends, where we have Ultratech Cement, we have JK Cement, which continue to do quite well. Pharma is attempting to make a comeback, so it will be very important to see the results, how the stocks behave from here. What is going to be the Q1 performance, Q4 performance of the pharma stocks? That is something which will be a key monitorable going ahead. So overall, I think to sum up, some of our weekender stocks have done quite well. They've made lifetime highs. We've seen good momentum in railway stocks. We've seen good momentum, decent momentum in defense stocks. Hosiery stocks have risen in trade, and I think the stocks relating to agri, that is the rice, sugar stocks have done very well. And I think today the giant IT player, the giant agri player, that is ITC, is at a new high, and I think it's showing signs of great strength even from these levels. So ITC remains a good pick at this level. Overall, I think realty has also done well. Finally, that realty stocks have also done quite well. So if one were to just pick up stocks from the large cap universe, then I think ITC, DLF, Ultratech Cement, HDFC Bank, all these are looking quite good on the base of the overall performance. And no dearth of good stories in the market. Keep following our weekender stocks, and we will come back to you with more stock ideas. Of course, do write to us with your feedback, and I think with that I'll hand over to Jash for the concluding remarks.
Thank you so much, sir. I think it was a very fruitful session as we marked the beginning of the proper earnings week. So we had a lot to discuss, and if you want to know more about our stocks, please download our app, InvestSmart, LM's InvestSmart, and you get all our research calls over there. Also, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe our channel and the post. Thank you.
Thank you.